I was living in New Mexico, and I had my yearly cold and existential crisis. It's the end of the year, and you know, I grew up in Southern California where weather doesn't really affect anything, and in New Mexico, you know, as winter coming on, the income goes down, the heating bills go up. And I picked an astrology book off the shelf, and I'm an astrologer. And it's not like I'd never read the chapter that pertained to me, but it was all about Sag North Node and how we love to travel. And I realized I did love to travel, but I hadn't gone anywhere, and the whole time I've been in New Mexico because I never had any money. And you know, and it'd been kind of cooking for a while, I think, and I just said, I'm going to sell my house and go live on the road. And I got out my laptop and I opened it up, and Spirit sent me to Cheap RV Living website, and I wrote a whole thing. I channeled it. I still have it, you know, kind of like describing what my life, my dream life in the future would be like as if it were happening now. And I woke up in the morning and I was really scared because I knew I was going to do it. I knew myself well enough to know I was going to, you know, I put my house up for sale, but it didn't sell because it was after the crash, and New Mexico's always a little slower with everything. So, yeah, so it was a process from there. But I finally sold my house a year and a half ago, so I was able to put the money into the van to finally get it running like it's supposed to be, supposedly. And I'm getting my Social Security now, which I wasn't when I started. If you feel like you want to do it, definitely do it. You know, you'll never know. Some people, as we know from after being 6 years on the road, you know, some people do it for a year or 2 or 4 or whatever, and then they decide to go back to sticks and bricks. But at least you know if you've tried it and you've had an adventure. And for some of us, I think, I realized I was born to do this. I look at the young people that are doing it, and I really admire them that they figured it out earlier, you know. So, and also, I thought in my inimitable, enthusiastic way that, you know, 2 months would go by, I'd sell the house, I'd buy a van, I'd be on the road. If you had told me at the time that it would take me 3 years to get on the road, I probably would have been suicidal. So I'm glad I didn't know. It may take longer than you think or be more of a process, but for everybody, getting rid of the stuff is the hardest thing. I'm still dealing with that, you know, because now I don't have a house. Everything I own pretty much is in here, and there's too much stuff. But that's another thing I've learned about myself. The less I have, the happier I am, actually.